Hey, Hillcrest community friends. My name is Kristen Anderson, and I'm your art adventure picture person this year.
I'm Elise Anderson, and I am a sixth grader at Oak Grove Middle School.
My name is Audrey, and I am third grade. I'm in third grade at Hillcrest Community School.
And whose class are you in?
I'm in Molly's class.
Awesome. So we are here to show you a piece this year from our theme, and I hope you remember our theme. In the years past, we've done like Egypt, and we've done amazing animals and art. And if you were able to watch the intro video, you will remember that our theme this year was
people in their environments.
And we are in our home right now. We wish we maybe were in Florida or at the cabin or somewhere else, but we are going to be talking and looking this year at places in our environment. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Hopefully some of you remember our first piece, which was the
New York at night.
The New York at night. And that was a photograph. Okay, and so we're going to look at a new piece today, and hopefully you'll be able to look at it and then think about it, critically think about it to figure out.
And think about what did it look like? Who do you think made it?
How did they make it?
What is it? A picture, a painting, a sculpture? Think that in your head while you're looking at the piece.
Awesome. So people in their environments, just like what we just said, we're going to go ahead and look at the first piece. All right, so we'll just take a few minutes to think about who made this piece.
Why did they make it?
What do you notice? What materials did they use?
How did they make it?
Who did this?
Is this somewhere in Minnesota? Or where in the world could this be? Why did the artist paint this picture? Or make this picture?
When did this artist make the picture?
Does it look like it was done recently? So take a few, like about 30 seconds, or you can pause the video to talk with your teacher about your predictions. And then you can just pause for a few minutes to talk about what you think it is. And then we will start telling you about this piece. All right. This is called the Tahitian Landscape. And it's an oil on canvas by Paul Gogan. And that's how you can see how the little pronunciation thing is there. Okay, so this, if you guessed it, hopefully in your time where you were guessing, you realized that it was a painting, and it's an oil on canvas. I pulled some of my canvas landscape paintings to show you in a little bit, but this is a huge painting. It is about it says 26 inches by 36 inches. Okay, so it's almost 2 feet by 3 feet. So that is a huge canvas painting that they made. And as you guessed it, as you zoomed in, maybe some of you saw that this maybe wasn't in Minnesota or even America. Perhaps you realized that it was from a different country. Okay, so maybe it looks similar to somewhere in the Pacific, like Hawaii. And maybe some of you noticed that there was even this animal in this picture. Okay,
what do you think is this animal?
And where do you think this painting was made?
Okay, so this is actually, I believe it's kind of like a leopard, but this was made in Tahiti. Okay, you noticed if you go back to that first picture, sorry, we'll just keep going. So this is done by Paul Gauguin. He painted this in 1848, and he was a leading post-impressionist painter, okay? He did a lot of experiments. If you go back to the first picture, if you think about it, it had a ton of color and a lot of different form in his paintings. And he was so excited to go away from France, because this is where he was originally born, in France, and he was just depressed by being in the city, and his heart was sad. And so he wanted to paint a place to escape. And so he went traveling, and that is where he felt joy and happiness. And so he painted there. So here are some more landscapes that he did. And then the landscapes really helped him just fill with joy. So here are some more landscapes. You can see all the beautiful color. Now look at, in this one especially, you see the beautiful color, the reds and the orange and the yellows. He really wanted people to know how to paint with their feelings. So if you look at that,
painting, you look at the painting,
he uses an intense color to make you have feelings. How do you feel when you look at this painting? You can take a few seconds to talk about that with your classroom. It's a very natural scene. The first time I looked at it, I felt kind of calm and relaxed. And the next time I looked at it, I actually, once I recognized that there was a leopard there, I got a little bit nervous.
But look at the guy. He looks all calm, and I would not be calm if I just saw a leopard. Yep,
so it looks like they're kind of in the jungle. So maybe this painting, it was obviously like it looks like he's carrying some water or something back to his village. This also was from a long time ago in the late 1800s and early 1900s. So, but he would go and paint his happy place. So today you are going to get some time to do your own, this was called an oil on canvas. So Audrey, would you go grab my 2 canvas pieces? Canvas is like a nice thicker material. Unfortunately, we don't have a lot of canvas to hand out to everyone, but here's one of the canvas paintings that I've done in a landscape. Looks like, and then here's another nighttime landscape picture. Okay, so today, hopefully you will get a chance to make your own. Audrey, I'll have you present in a minute, okay? So think about, what is your happy place? Where would you go to? And I'll let Audrey share what she did in just a minute. Here's another one of Paul Gauguin's, a different Tahitian landscape that he did, but the other one was the famous one that we're talking about today.
This one really makes me feel happy because of all the bright colors.
Yeah, and I love the blue there. I love that one. So we are going to have Audrey share her. Now, and when I said that Paul Gauguin was one of the first Impressionist painters, I'm going to Elise has this in her room. You might recognize this as Vincent van Gogh's Starry Night.
It is a landscape.
It is also a landscape, and it's also a post-impressionist, just like Paul Gauguin, Vincent van Gogh was. And so he also had those beautiful soft colors. So today when you're painting, and hopefully you feel calm when you look at the night sky in that one too. So Audrey, tell us about where your happy place is that you wanted to paint. Or actually, you didn't use painting tools. You used what?
We used
crayons or oil pastels.
I used oil pastels on mine, and I made it in Florida because that is one of my favorite happy places.
Tell us about your picture.
There are weeds that are growing, and it's the sunset, and there's a pond right here, and then there are condos on each end. So there are houses that we might have stayed in. So.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing that. And you don't have to paint somewhere far away. Maybe you have a place that you're thinking about, but I know one of the classmates in Audrey's class, she painted this a park that was right near her house, and she had all the beautiful flowers that were growing up around it. So wherever your happy place is, maybe your happy place is right there on your bed,
or inside your house,
or inside your house on a comfy couch, okay? Or maybe it's in a swing outside, or wherever your happy place is. Maybe it's by water. You can, and we all will also notice the beautiful, the different style brushes that he used in his painting. You can see that he really kind of, some of them are bigger size. So that's why Elise has some different, if you decide maybe you don't have crayons, I believe the Art Adventure Closet does have some crayons, teachers, if you want to use them. I'm sorry, I can't prep with this because of COVID. Or I'm sure your teachers just have some lovely watercolor, which also just feels nice to just think about your happy place and paint it. So hopefully, whatever day of the week you decide to do this, you can find your happy place, just like Paul Gauguin did, and escape some of the hard times. Sometimes when we have a creative outlet, when things are hard, that really helps us. So we have loved teaching you about Tahitian landscape, and we hope that you guys have a great rest of your day. Bye.